Hello people, this is the dialogue here. Now I am looking at a second video on Amber Heard. Please check out the end of this video for the other video if you have missed it. Now this is Amber in court and she is basically talking about Johnny Depp and the abuse allegations. Now she is specifically talking about one allegation involving her sister and Johnny Depp as well as herself. Let's have a look at her body language here.
You ever punch Johnny Depp with a closed fist in the history of your relationship with Johnny?
Answer it however you feel you wish to.
Right, so that was an interesting body language facial expression. Amber had a little bit of drooping delight or a smile on her face.
Johnny Depp with a closed fist in the history of your relationship with Johnny.
Obviously, we've got a lawyer on behalf of Johnny Depp asking her these questions and her own lawyer interjecting. Now, she did have a bit of an unusual head nod here.
History of your relationship with Johnny.
So it's a bit of a head nod, looking down, and a little bit of drooping delight.
However you feel you wish to.
One time, Johnny was hitting me, and he was hitting me hard and repeatedly. And
Did she answer the question? Did you hit Johnny Depp in the face, basically? And she didn't say yes, she didn't say no. She's beating around the bush. That is a typical scenario for people who aren't being as candid as they should be. Let's have a listen again.
You ever punch Johnny Depp with a closed fist in the history of your relationship with Johnny?
Answer it however you feel you wish to.
With guidance from her lawyer.
one time, Johnny was hitting me, and he was hitting me hard and repeatedly. And I was screaming. Security walks in, and they don't do anything about it. And he makes this motion when Jerry Judge yells boss.
So we're sort of fumbling over our words here, is Amber here. She's fumbling, she's not getting straight to the point, she's beating around the bush, and she's using some sort of hand gesture, which could indicate that it was physically like that. But again, she's fumbling over her words. That's interesting.
Or Sean, I can't remember who it was. And
Again, not answering the question straight out.
and all we had was a little bit of separation, and my sister runs down the stairs. We're on a landing in between two flights of stairs.
Miss Heard, I must interrupt you because I've asked.
So she had eye contact with her, and then she quickly flitted around when this lawyer is challenging her.
You a yes
Then
or no question.
withdraw your question then, because
Miss
she's
Heard,
answering.
prior to today's date,
So she's pulling back on her lips a little bit. She's a little bit miffed and holding back information.
have
No eye contact either.
have you ever hit Johnny Depp?
Answer it however you wish. You've already asked, and she's already answered, and you interrupted her.
So Amber is waiting for her lawyer to step in, which he does. So she gives him ample time to step in on her behalf.
Miss Heard, have you ever hit Johnny Depp prior to today?
So that means she's listening with her eyebrows raised.
Objection, vaguest of time.
Again, she's buying time by not answering the question.
Everyone on this side of the room, please.
Objection 352. It's not relevant to this domestic violence proceeding.
So flipping her hair, sign of insecurity.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Answer it however you want to, including the way you were just, if
I'm
you
asking
wish.
for a yes or no answer.
You don't have to answer it the way she wants you to answer it.
He was
Well, that's interesting. So he's leading her in a way, maybe away from the truth.
about to push my sister down the stairs. She was attempting to break us up. I am protective over my baby sister.
I'm protective over my baby sister. Now, I have done my research and I have found that her sister is not a baby. She's not a toddler, she's not a child, she's not a teenager. She was in her late 20s, 2 years younger than 32-year-old Amber here at this point. I think she was probably, during this allegation, about 28, 29. This is the baby sister. Overemphasizing the age is a way of exaggerating your point to hone your point in your favor.
He laid hands on her. I don't know.
So she did nod on that. He laid hands on her. So that's congruent. Do we really know if this happened for sure? No, that's between those three, but at the moment congruent.
What I did, but I know I jumped in between the actions that I saw could lead to a fatal injury to my sister.
Okay, her baby sister, remember, but she was 28 at the time. Amber was fluttering her eyelids, so she's under a stress as she talks about this. Her jaw is tense, she's angry. Let's go back and have a look at that one more time.
Did, but I know I jumped in between the actions that I saw could lead to a fatal injury to my sister.
So fatal, she moved back on that, so she didn't want that to happen.
She was standing on the top of a flight of the stairs, and she has never hurt anyone in her life, and she
See, that's needless information. She's never hurt anyone in her life. Again, she's trying to exaggerate the point to hone the fact that she's her baby sister and that she wouldn't hurt a fly, so how evil Johnny could be to do this to her.
does not deserve to be pushed down the flight of stairs.
So it's like we're talking about children here.
And it looked like she was about to be. And I would have done what anybody who has a child or a sister would have done. I acted defensively.
So we had a bit of disgust coming up in the nose. I acted defensively right here, which is congruent.
In her life, I saw her standing on top of a flight of stairs and trying to interrupt a fight in between.
Val does protest too much. So Amber is an actress, and I think a lot of this performance is coming through again here in this particular video, and she's trying to hone those points through her reinforcing with large eyes and her bobbing of her head, moving forward in her chair.
Between him and I don't know what part of my body I put in between me and him and her.
So that's what you do when you're not being overly candid. I think if you've punched someone in the face, you actually know you've punched them in the face.
But I would have done anything.
Again, so we've got disgust in the face here, raised eyebrows. Believe me,
I would have done anything
I would have done anything, so that's incongruent. Again, disgust in the nose.
to prevent her from being pushed down a flight of stairs.
Okay, so now she's losing her voice a little bit, showing, and it could be feigned here, it could be truthful. For me, what isn't congruent is the pain, the anger, the absolute disbelief that she's in the position she's in. I don't see basically a victim pushing through the pain of what she's gone through. I see someone talking about what's happened or describing it, but the litmus test is what I always say, is if you feel nothing, that's an indication that something is amiss. And I would say that there's something amiss with this particular deposition with Amber Heard. Hope you like this short video on Amber Heard's body language. Please like, share and subscribe. Also check out the video on Amber in the little box there. And also check out my Patreon page. Thank you for my Patreon viewers. Thanks for the heads up on this video.